It's Rob and sometimes Leigh.
You know, we touched on TV yesterday.
Yes.
I watched some other stuff.
What'd you watch?
Another brand new one. It's funny how you don't watch Netflix for a couple of days and all of a sudden there's 8 new shows or 8 new movies.
I know.
So, Thunder Force.
Okay, that came up on my you should watch.
It's worth the watch. It's Melissa McCarthy and
Well, you have me right
other
there.
people.
Yeah. I did not realize she was in it. I did not have my bifocals on when the notification came up of something new. Was it funny?
It's not as funny as you might think.
Oh. So I'll think it's funnier than it actually is, so I'll be laughing
There's funny bits,
inappropriately.
but there's also, some whatever. And anyway, her and her friend develop these superpowers to fight other people, the bad people, that also have superpowers.
Okay.
But these two have even more super duper powers.
Oh, the super duper powers.
So that's basically what the movie is them attacking the bad people.
See, now I feel terrible that I didn't see when that came up that it was Melissa McCarthy because I totally would have given that a watch. This is why you wear your bifocals, peeps.
Always wear bifocals while watching TV previews. Also watched, it was a docuseries, 4 episodes. It's called This Is A Robbery, The Biggest Art Heist, something like that.
Okay.
And it's new to Netflix too.
True story, Avi.
Yeah, and it's all about a massive $1 billion art heist in Boston.
Oh, Boston.
On the 4th floor.
Oh, no.
I can't remember the name of the
No.
garden, something or other.
The Boston Garden? The Boston Tea Party? What was going on?
It was during St. Paddy's Day weekend, and the people that got in were either cops or dressed as cops, so that's why security let them in. Mm-hmm. And then they tied up the security guards, and then they were in there for like an hour and a half, just picking and choosing whatever picture they wanted. And
Really?
yeah.
Did they replace the photos?
And
or
to this day, they've not been located.
Really?
This was in 2012, I think. No, it was back in March of 1990.
Oh, in the olden times.
Yeah. Haven't found them yet.
And see, what do you do with something like that?
That's exactly my point. Why would you steal a Rembrandt that you could never hang or be proud of or show people?
Got to be a black market for it. Be like, oh yeah, it's a copy, like it's a copy of it. But then you'd be like,
I bet you that's what happened is hanging in somebody's living room, on a homemade frame.
yeah,
They think it's a what do you call them? Replica?
yeah,
call 'em?
copy, photocopy of it, a remaking.
A print.
Yes,
But it's the real deal. Can you imagine?
yeah. Maybe it'll end up in someone's yard sale one day.
You never know.
No, because the people who stole that, they had someone to sell it to.
The trouble is, these people obviously knew what they wanted because they only took 13 pieces out of this massive gallery.
They took a bad luck number.
And
Brave, aren't they?
They cut the pictures out of the frames. Like they took them off the wall and cut around the edge and rolled them up and took off. And when you roll them up, these old paintings, because
They crinkle.
they're 500 years old.
Yeah.
And the paint cracks. Anyway, you think if they know what they wanted, they clearly had enough time.
Yeah.
Like take
the frame.
take the frame and all, or at least take the the canvas out of the frame.
Yeah, but you know what? Harder to walk out of there with 13.
Well, that's
paintings.
true, but there's a tunnel system underneath.
The
So they
planning that
they
would have gone
walked
into
through.
that.
They had everything. Obviously, they are either told what to get, or they had been there and knew what they wanted. Maybe
Yeah.
they had orders for them. I don't know, but clearly they had enough time to walk through and mosey on through.
And you'd think if they were art lovers, if these thieves were art lovers, it must have killed them a little bit inside to cut them.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the thieves were art lovers. I think
They were just thieves.
they knew somebody who wanted them and
Yeah.
took them any way they could.
And yet they were good thieves. I wouldn't be able to plan something like that.
Why not? You're a mom. You'd be the best planner.
I'd be a tattletale on myself. I'd be a shaking, non-sleeping mass. I've done something. Guess what I did?
You'd have to get over that part.
Yeah, I don't think.
But you'd be a good planner.
Yeah, I couldn't be a thief. Sorry.
First you go here, take that one. And while you're walking through there, grab that one.
Yeah,
You'd
you'd
be
have
perfect.
to know the whole layout of the building. So much work involved.
Well, they think there is maybe a little bit of help from the inside.
Well, there would have to be. You'd think.
One of the security guards was taped up, but he also was up to some shenanigans, they think.
Would have to be, and still not found, eh?
Still, to this day, and the last update in this movie was 2019, I think. They thought they had a lead on him, and that's when they increased the reward to $1 million to get these things back because they're worth, They're worth.
$1 million, really, for these big time thieves? Seriously, $1 million?
Hey, if they're stuck in your shed or you're in a hole under your backyard and you can't get rid of them, take the $1 million.
Yeah, I was just digging
Hey,
a new garden.
I just found these in some random field, sir. Can I have my $1 million now?
Rob and sometimes Leigh. Mornings on 88.7 The River.